You're watching Big South basketball on ESPN+. We welcome you inside Gore Arena, a heavyweight matchup of the top defense in the Big South, the Campbell Camels, and the best scoring team in the league, Gardner-Webb, coming off an impressive 15-point win at home. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth here in Gore Arena alongside my partner, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich with you. When these teams met last year in this arena, Gardner-Webb dominated a 14-point win. Campbell wants to slow it down and play some defense. How do they stop the highest scoring team in the league in Gardner-Webb?
Well, it's interesting. You should know one team really likes to create as many possessions as possible. One team likes to take them away. I think it's going to be important that Campbell get down the floor in transition and match up with their three-point shooters and get to the boards. It's going to be really important for Gardner-Webb to match up with Campbell's accompaniment out on the perimeter and get out on their shooters tonight.
Gardner-Webb has the top scorer in the league, senior guard Carly Plenovich. What has she done so well for this Gardner-Webb team?
Well, she leads the league, not only her team, but she leads the league in scoring, in free throw percentage, and in three-pointers made. I mean, she delivered a 16-point performance in their win at Winthrop, along with 8 assists. She gets it done. She's a preseason first-team all-conference player and lives up to that every single game.
For Campbell, sophomore guard Luana Serrano, 4 assists in the win over Longwood. How can she keep this offense moving at a high pace?
Well, she's a playmaker that's really come around, worked hard in the offseason, is making a huge impact for Campbell, had 13 points and 4 assists in their win at Longwood, and she shot 4 for 7 from the floor and 3 for 6 from three-point territory. You said a sophomore, Evan? Oh, I say she plays like a veteran for the Camels in every single game.
We are a quarter of the way into the conference season, and there's a log jam at the top. 3 teams tied for first. It certainly seems like there's some heavy hitters early in the conference play.
Well, there's a lot of parity, and that means every game is important down the stretch.
These teams split the series last year, and away we go tonight. Campbell starts with the basketball. Now the Fighting Camels undefeated at home this year in Bowie's Creek. A 6-0 start. That's their best start in 7 years. We'll see if it stays alive tonight.
Now we see Gardner-Webb's come out with a very aggressive defense. They like to get up in the passing lanes. They like to pressure the basketball, which is probably going to create some opportunities
Barber
for
early
Campbell.
from the corner. And a quick miss. That is last touched by Gardner-Webb and stays on this end of the floor. Haley Barber, the senior, 70 career starts, and she is a unique matchup tonight facing her high school teammate in Morgan Pointer, off the bench, number 32 for Gardner-Webb, as Bolden converts the first layup of the game.
Sneaky by Bolden on the backside that time to knock that in.
Bolden is coming off a double-figure scoring night, 12 points at Longwood, and some tenacious defense from Luana Serrano trying to slow down this Gardner-Webb offense. 70 points a night. What do they do so well, especially here in conference play?
Well, they push it. They get it up the floor. They get out in the passing lanes and try to create more opportunities by forcing turnovers. They're forcing over 21 turnovers to their opponents in every game that they play.
This is Carly Plenovich giving it up to Caponegro. And now a quick drive by Houston. That's an air ball affected by this Campbell defense. Shai Tooley with the ball in her hands, coming off a 20-point night. That was a season high on Monday. And here's Gardner-Webb, scrappy on the defensive end. Ball all over the floor. We have a jump ball, and the possession goes to Gardner-Webb.
Ball on the floor, players all over the floor. That's what I call hustle.
That's Jessica Williams, the sophomore.
Here we see that loose ball. Bolden gets her hands on it. Everybody's getting their hands on it now. It's a dive for the finish.
Jessica Williams, she was the point guard to start the year. Now she's more of a shooting guard, leaving it up to Savannah Plenovich, the senior, to run the point.
Well, I think Coach really likes the fact that she's experienced, she's seasoned, and she keeps her team under control out there in the point.
Serrano comes up with a tip drill, and here comes Lou, the sophomore from Lisbon, Portugal. And as she drives into the hole, that's a foul committed on Gardner-Webb. Our first foul of the evening, that's on Alexis Houston, the junior from Roanoke, Virginia.
Serrano really worked hard in the offseason. Coach Fisher tipped his hat to her early on, and just how hard she worked to improve her game. And she's making a huge impact for this Campbell team in the playmaker spot.
And we've seen her offense pick up as of late. 13 points in the win at Longwood. A lot more confident with the basketball. And she finds the freshman Svenja Nuremberg. That feed is intercepted, and what a save by Houston.
We can see the up-tempo push by Gardner-Webb up the floor quickly.
Here's your Sunbelt Reynolds starting lineup. That's Gigi Caponegro in the post. Going to work on the mismatch, and she can't finish. Good opportunity for Gardner-Webb. They're shooting 35% in the league. And now out of bounds, staying Campbell basketball. For the Camels, Svenja Nuremberg gets her second straight start, but this offense really runs through Serrano, and she needs to be big tonight for Campbell to win.
She does. That poise that she's been carrying has been important for Campbell's success early on this year, and I know Coach Fisher's going to want that to continue.
Already a minute in, Ashlyn Hampton, number 4, checks in. We have a skirmish in midcourt and another jump ball. Possession stays for Campbell as Alex Simmons, the second-year coach, her lineage all the way from her days at Kansas, most recently at Ole Miss. She likes the direction of this program in year 2.
Yeah, tremendous player at the University of Tennessee, even in high school, tremendous player, and she's carrying that expertise out on the floor for Gardner-Webb.
Oh, we have a reach-in foul on Savannah Plenovich. You can't believe it. That's her first foul, but already 2 early fouls for Gardner-Webb.
Looks like Gardner-Webb's going to really come out and jump. They're jumping. There's jumping in these traps. Yeah, maybe.
A little bit of hand contact. So. And another reach-in foul on this far baseline. That's Caponegro with her first. This Gardner-Webb team, interestingly enough, they commit the fewest fouls in the league. And here we are 2.5 minutes in. They have 3 fouls.
Yeah, they're playing very aggressively, but it's going to be important right now that they adjust to the officiating. The officials are really quick on their whistles, and they're going to have to adjust quickly in this aggressive defense that they have.
Shot clock down to 10 as Serrano calls point. Sets up Barber, the senior from the free throw line. And a nice defensive stop from Caponegro. What an outlaw pass to Houston. Goes up with the right hand, count it, and 1.
That's going to be important, that Campbell gets up and down the floor in transition. They're going to get out, they're going to run. Houston's athletic, she's quick, she can get down the floor, and they're going to spot those shooters up behind the arc as well. Ronnie
Fisher was very impressed with how Gardner-Webb played. They forced 20 turnovers in their last win, and that defensive stop led to an easy layup. Here's Houston completing the 3-point play. And our first lead of the evening for Gardner-Webb.
It's no easy feat for forcing 21.5 turnovers a game. That's what they're doing. And you can see why with this defense. I mean, it's very aggressive.
Campbell coming off a 70-55 win, their largest point total in the Big South this year. And now Serrano needs to find some options. Shot clock down to 7. Lou swings it around to Barber, setting up Nuremberg. And an early miss for 3. Nice rebound from Jessica Williams.
Well, Williams got up high to get that rebound.
Gardner-Webb has 4 players averaging 7 rebounds a night as Williams turns it over, an extra step in the paint. And we've seen Gardner-Webb be aggressive here. It all gets started with the effort of Houston.
Absolutely. Let's see the beautiful pass from Plenovich to Houston that time. Great hands by Houston and a finish inside.
There's a reason why this Gardner-Webb team leads the conference in scoring, and it's easy baskets like that. To complement a group that on the year, they're not going to stop a lot of people. 8th in scoring defense, but Alex Simmons, she wants her club to outscore you night in and night out.
Well, and I think what they do is they create turnovers. Here we see the jump again. It makes it really tough. You know, you got to be prepared and ready and stay out of those corners.
Turns it over. Houston the other way, and a beautiful left-handed finish.
That's the point total. That's why it comes about, because of the ability to Gardner-Webb force turnovers and get down the floor quickly.
An aggressive bump there by Williams. She commits the harm, her first. And now Campbell is 1 foul away from the bonus here in the first 4 minutes. The Running Bulldogs, they'll go 9 to 10 deep. They have some depth on this year's club. It's a group with 4 new freshmen, and they've really gelled together in this first slate of conference.
Well, and even Williams is a sophomore. I mean, they relatively have some real young players that are producing well for them. There's the corner. There's going to be traps.
Hampton right in front of the Gardner-Webb bench. Lays it off to her senior guard. Staves is blocked on the 3. What an effort by Alexis Houston, the junior from Roanoke, has been all over the court tonight.
She really has, from one end to the other. That's the right idea by Campbell, though, to get the ball completely reversed and make them have to really work hard to shift.
Gardner-Webb brings in Kieri Kane, the freshman from Sumter, South Carolina. Now with the defensive assignment of Serrano. Oh, Hampton wanted the ball in the post on that switch. Barber cuts in, goes up with the right, and can't get the friendly roll. Hampton clears and finishes.
There's that offensive rebound by Campbell that's going to be big in this basketball game. We know that Gardner-Webb leads the league in offensive rebounds.
Oh, what a finish. Caponegro right to the hole. And this play is picked up here in the first 5 minutes. That's the fascinating matchup in this game. The best offensive rebounding team in Gardner-Webb and the best defensive rebounding team in Campbell.
Absolutely.
Barber trying to find the backdoor look, and it's stolen by Plenovich.
Interestingly enough, she had her hand in the passing lane.
Oh, great catch by Houston. Switches hands. Hampton cleans it up. Campbell looking to run down 3. Out in front to Staves. Hesitates and finishes.
Hey, great shot fake by Staves to put that one in.
First points off the bench for Brittany Staves, the freshman from Raleigh. And it's back to a 1-point game.
Super body control by Staves.
This Campbell bench, they scored 25 in the win at Longwood. Gardner-Webb, led by their starters, as Caponegro launches. Serrano boxes out, and that'll be Campbell basketball following our media timeout. Back and forth we go in the first. More basketball after this on ESPN+.
Hard work, a love for the game, is mandatory down here. Sacrifice, a desire to be great, lives down here.
Perez open 3, yes!
Excellence, the will to compete, persists down here.
For the win!
This is the Big South, where winners are made.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Ooh. Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. Man, I got the flag. I got your flag, man. I got your flag.
It's Geico Easy, with licensed agents available 24/7.
49-0.
One point.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bonvoy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences. Rewards reimagined.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work, day in and day out, to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals? Excellence on every level. 11 schools, more than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
Welcome back inside Gore Arena. A hot start in this first quarter. Campbell and Gardner-Webb battling it out for the first of 2 matchups. These teams are both in the top half of the conference standings, and they're both playing quality basketball. For Gardner-Webb, it starts with their scoring, and they attack the boards. Campbell, very good defensively. Strength versus strength. How do you see it playing out tonight?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it started out, it's nip and tuck, and I've got a feeling it may be that way the entire way. You know, a great offensive team, a great defensive team. It's a great combination. We'll see who wins out, comes out on top.
Also early in this game, Gardner-Webb has forced 4 turnovers. For Campbell, they commit the fewest in the Big South. I like the pace of this first quarter. It really seems to be back and forth.
It really does. It's an up-tempo. Here we see Gardner-Webb extending their pressure now on the full court.
Gardner-Webb forces 21 turnovers a game, and Kiana Spate comes in for Campbell, along with Hampton and Tooley. A couple of players off the bench late in this first quarter. Here's Staves open, launching, and coming up short. Savannah Plenovich and Carly, the twin sisters, double-figure scorers, both on the floor. Keep in mind, if you're watching at home, Carly, number 5, the right-hander. Savannah, number 10, goes left. Although both, they tell us they're ambidextrous. There had to be some fun matchups at home growing up in the Clearwater, Florida area.
One's tough enough. Playing against two's unreal.
And that's an offensive foul. The screen from Nia Lee. And now the 5th team foul for Gardner-Webb in this first quarter. We'll see how the foul situation plays out today. Just 1 foul for Campbell. And Lee collects her first. Tatiana Carver, number 5 in the orange, checks in for Campbell. So 4 bench players and Shai Tooley now in the lineup for Ronnie Fisher.
Campbell's got to really be alert for the jump.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry?
What does that mean, Coach?
Well, they got to keep the ball out of the corners as they come across half court. They're really jumping, and they're double teaming, and so they've got to be aware of that and stay out of the corners.
Oh, Plenovich left open, and Savannah can't hit it. Good looking shot from the left-hander. Tooley, red hot shooter herself, 5 made threes at Longwood on Monday. Campbell today, 0 for 4 from downtown. Gardner-Webb frustrating this Campbell offense in the first quarter. Now the shot clock under 10 for Carver. Carver slips in and lays it home.
Good job by Carver getting to the basket that time off the dribble with that shot clock going down.
Carver averages just 2 points per game, but she's been very productive here in conference with her first points. Setting up Plenovich, and that time Savannah nails it. Carly and Savannah Plenovich, what a duo.
Watch her come up through the middle off those staggered screens and nail that shot. Can't give her a second.
Savannah Plenovich came into this game struggling from downtown, shooting just 20%. Brittany Staves breaks through the defense, drives to the basket, and as free throws coming up, the freshman being assertive in this first quarter.
Good job by Staves that time. Gardner-Webb's putting so much pressure on the ball. You know, if they don't create a little distance between themselves and the ball, that's a good choice by Staves to get to the basket off the dribble.
Caponegro goes to the bench. Gardner-Webb comes small with Morgan Pointer, number 32 in the gray. High school teammates of Haley Barber. Nothing more neat than playing your former high school teammate. The two knew each other since they were 8 years old.
Oh,
and now as seniors, this is their last go-around in the Big South.
Yes, and they were very successful. Their high school program was very successful. And you know, it's got to be a different kind of feeling, but when the ball goes up, it's all forgotten.
They both went to Northwest Guilford here in the Carolinas, made a state championship game, 2 state finals, and now they're battling it out in the quarter-way point of conference play. What a dandy we have in this first quarter, all tied at 10. Carly Plenovich in the corner. Ronnie Fisher playing that 6th man of defense, still getting in the ref's ear. And Pointer lays it off to Lauren Bevis. She's coming off a career high in scoring. Bevis launches a 3. Off the front rim, Pointer with the rebound. But Pointer traveled trying to save the ball. That's a tough call to make.
Yeah, it's good extra effort by her to get to the ball.
Can Pointer have enough time to establish her footing to create the traveling there?
Well, I guess the official wins out for sure.
Barber reverses, misses. Scooped up by Carly Plenovich. She's fouled by Bolden.
Good sportsmanship by Bolden going back. It was totally incidental. Yeah, just 2 players being eager trying to go after the basketball.
There's Carly Plenovich, crossed the 1,000 point mark earlier this season. Just one of 24 players in Gardner-Webb history. Now a chance for Lauren Bevis, the freshman who was red hot, 13 points at home in their last win. Let's see what she can do with the point guard position. Williams thought about the three. And that was the shot clock, ticks to 8. Creates to the free throw line. Tough looking two, and Bolden's got it. Campbell a chance to regain the lead in the final minute. Campbell shooting just 36%. As a club, they're third in the league in scoring. And Barber is fouled. That sends Haley to the free throw line. Williams collects her second.
Here we see Barber start to go to the basket, just a little bit too assertive again, sort of like the last possession on the basketball.
If
Barber
you're Alex
taking
Simmons,
advantage.
how aggressive do you want your defense to be, especially if you're collecting 5 or 6 fouls a quarter?
Well, you know, to their advantage, it really didn't hurt them until this last 48 seconds of putting Campbell on the free throw line, or this last minute or so. So we'll see, but
Let's not forget Gardner-Webb, the fewest fouls committed in league play. A little bit of an Achilles heel here in this first quarter. Savannah flings it to Carly. The sisters setting up a three. Oh, what a shot that could have been. Bolden collects. Campbell can hold for the last shot. And it's in the hands of Tatiana Carver, the redshirt sophomore. Bevis right in her grill as we tick closer to the final 10 seconds. Carver calls her number. And that should be a traveling violation. Carver wanted to get it to Bolden, but no chance, and there's a turnover.
yeah, again, she beat the girl off the ball, you know, had the opportunity, but then got caught with her feet off the floor that time.
Redshirt sophomore from Laurel, Maryland. Tatiana Carver goes to the bench. Carly Plunovich with time to go. Heaves up a last-second shot. Oh, and it just rolls out. What a look by Plunovich as that ends a high-scoring first quarter. We go to the second, all even at 10 here on ESPN+. We have the top scoring team and the top defensive team in the Big South, and it has been a scrappy affair here through one quarter of play. Gardner-Webb gets its offense going on this filthy layup, and then back and forth we went through quarter number one.
Yeah, two great examples of strong physical players getting down the floor, having good body control, finishing those shots in transition. Here we see the deadly touch on the perimeter of the Plinovich, and here we have it.
Gardner-Webb, 10 points from the starters. Campbell, 8 points from the reserves in the first quarter. And it was that Gardner-Webb aggressive defense. They forced 6 Campbell turnovers, something you do not see from a Campbell team on a nightly basis.
Well, and it's created enough tempo for Gardner-Webb that they like to create those extra possessions to get up and down the floor off of steals.
You see Kiana Spate coming off the bench to start this second quarter. She's been in the shooting funk. She's 10% from three-point range in her last 3 games. Carly Plinovich, meanwhile, has been red hot. 22 a night. Misses that time. Houston shovels it to Savannah. That's no good. Barber the rebound.
It's a battle out there.
Yeah, Gardner-Webb has not found a way to score in the paint. Just 4 points in the paint today. Serrano slips the baseline. Sets up Barber, and Campbell now swings it around. Nuremberg launches and hits.
Good, nice, tough, soft touch by the German.
We saw Svenja Nuremberg get the start on Monday night, back in the lineup today. And a long 3 is missed by Pointer. Serrano had Bolden out in front, wisely slows it down, trying to avoid 6 early turnovers in that first quarter.
Gardner-Webb looks as though they've softened up a little bit on the ball now.
Nuremberg back to work, shovels it in the paint, Bolden on the floor, grabs the basketball, and a jump ball keeps it on this end. Taya Bolden playing silly putty out there, grabbing everything
yeah.
like it's hers.
Yeah, we can see this hot potato replay here. There it goes, it's yours. No, it's mine. No, it's yours.
That's a team effort on the floor as Spate comes right off the bench, nailing a triple.
That's the thing that's been so valuable to Campbell thus far this season is their bench just comes in and picks it up an added notch for them, night in and night out.
Kiana Spate 0 for 7 on Monday night. That's a big 3. Here comes Houston, jumping, firing, and bouncing in.
Houston has really improved. I know in your interview with Coach today, she indicated how hard she had worked in the offseason. It's really paying off. She looks like she's picked up speed. She's really getting up and down the floor and really working hard out there for Gardner-Webb tonight.
Houston averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds in conference. She only started 5 games last year, a huge jump in her junior season. Now Spate, fresh off the 3, isolates and finds Serrano. The sophomore zips in, back to an open shooter, and a second 3 for Spate.
Hey, a lot of that created by Serrano, her penetration, drawing the help defense that was guarding Spate, opening that shot up for her.
Campbell made just 1 3 in the first quarter. They have 2 already here in the second. Here comes Carly Plinovich, hesitating, wanting some contact. And the top scorer in the Big South, 22 points a night, asks for a clear out. Lobs it into Houston. Tough shot from the baseline, and it's in.
Houston's getting it done.
Lexus Houston having a breakout night. 9 points in this first half.
Gardner-Webb picking up, extending that defense again, this time full court man-to-man.
Now Serrano creates some space. Bevis, the freshman, trying to slow down the sophomore sensation. Nuremberg out to Barber. Barber right into the key. Bolden with a tough catch. Gets her own rebound. And another jump ball. That's our 5th jump ball in this basketball game. Incredible.
Yeah, they're getting after it. They really are. Bolden sort of felt like she got fouled, I think, on that one, but it didn't. Here we'll get another look. There we go. Yeah, hands all over the basketball that time.
What were the Screen Actor Guilds this week? What was the award show this week?
What's that?
What award show was this week? Trying to earn her right. I just can't wait for the Oscars coming up. Oh, here's Plinovich. Savannah lets it fly. Carly with the rebound. Right into the chest and an offensive foul into Barber.
Good call by the official that time. Looked like a little push off with the elbow. We'll get another look here, but Just a little bit too much there.
Extending the elbow, that's where the foul is called. Barber drew 3 charges against Longwood on Monday. Another charge for Barber tonight as Staves is doubled at midcourt. Brittany dribbling for her life, almost poked loose, and she finds Barber. Barber swinging it to Serrano. Ball movement. Spate for 3. Her 3rd of the quarter.
3 for 3.
Kiana Spate couldn't hit water out of a bucket in the first half of conference play. Now she gets a steal, saving the basketball, back to Serrano.
Great hustle that time by
What
Spate.
an effort by the grad transfer out of Davidson. Six minutes to go in this second quarter. Campbell on a nice run, and Serrano misses the layup. Hampton goes back up. Rebound tipped, and it's last touched by Campbell. Here in a 6-0 run to extend the lead to 7. We talked about rebounding coming in. Campbell already 5 offensive rebounds, and now their top scorer, Shai Tooley, returns to this game.
Well, it could be double trouble with Tooley and Spade out there if they both get that perimeter shot.
Shai Tooley, 23 career games in double figures, and that's all that Alex Simmons and crew have been focusing on, slowing down this Campbell offense. She feels like it's going to be her defense that'll win this game tonight. Back in the hands of Houston. Already 9 points. Houston wants double figures, and Tooley with the rebound. If I'm Campbell right now, got to get the ball to Spate, right?
Absolutely. Spate and Tooley, 2 weapons.
Staves left open at the block. Contested jumper is blocked. Nice rejection. That's Laura Kozo, the freshman out of Canada. Here's Savannah Plinovich. Look at Savannah. She wants the offense moving. Savannah down the baseline and draws a foul on McNamara Clement. That's her first. So Savannah Plinovich inherited the point guard role at the start of conference play. She's averaging 4 assists a night. What do you like about her ball handling for this offense?
Hey, she gets it done. I mean, that's a smart, heady play to take that baseline that time and draw the foul, keeping her team under good control.
Well,
just a
Houston
poised
hit the
player.
Side of the backboard there. It's Campbell ball. Gardner-Webb started out red hot, 3 of 5 from the field. They're now shooting 31%. That's what a Ronnie Fisher defense can do to you, and we're seeing it tonight.
Yeah, and I think Campbell got a lot of energy off the lift they got from Spade off the bench. Big turnaround in the game with her 3 3-pointers.
Kiana Spade, 9 points. This bench has combined to score 17. Carver into the post. Here's a foul. And with 4:47 to go in the second, Campbell is up 7. Big reason why in this first half, it's Kiana Spade putting on a show.
Here we're going to get a good look at that. There she is in the left corner knocking it in. Here she is in the right corner knocking it in. And once again, deadly out on the perimeter for Campbell.
Hard work, a love for the game, is mandatory down here. Sacrifice, a desire to be great, lives down here.
Perez open 3, yes!
Excellence, the will to compete, persists down here.
For the win!
This is the Big South, where winners are made.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Ooh. Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. Man, I got the flag. I got your flag, man. I got your flag.
It's Geico Easy, with licensed agents available 24/7.
49-0.
One point.
One boy.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bon voy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences. Rewards reimagined.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work, day in and day out, to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals? Excellence on every level. 11 schools, more than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
Gardner-Webb is led by a dynamic scoring duo. You're not seeing a duplet. That is quite a duo. Carly and Savannah Plunovich, both double-figure scorers. Carly was all-conference last year in the league. And how about that three-point shooting? The two best three-point shooters for Gardner-Webb. This duo can really light it up for the Running Bulldogs.
Well, they really can. You know, they're averaging almost half Gardner-Webb's points in their games and about 10 rebounds, and then shooting close to 40% together from three-point territory. Two terrific players.
These are mirror twins. One is left-handed, one is right. Tonight, though, just 3 points for the Plunovich twins. Campbell's defense has been stout, limiting Gardner-Webb to 30% shooting. Tatiana Carver and this Campbell bench, they've scored 17 tonight, led by Spate, who has the ball with 9. Spate drives baseline, sets up McNamara Clement, and that's a clank. Coach, you had the pleasure of coaching Katie and Alyssa Reddick, J.J. Reddick's twin sisters. Had to be quite the experience. What's that like, managing a couple of twins on a basketball team?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Two great gals, you know, very identical. We used to get a kick out of it. Early on, they played tricks on me, but by the end, I could tell them apart very easily.
These two Plunovich twins are quite the scoring duo as Spate lets it fly, comes up short. The Plunovich twins, in fact, the 4th highest scoring twins or sisters in Big South history. They're just 100 points away from 2,000 combined. And we have a foul on Brittany Staves here on the floor. Just the 3rd team foul for Campbell in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, it's a great land for Gardner-Webb. One of them and then both of them together. What a great land.
The highest scoring duo of twins all time, Chavis and Travis Holmes of VMI. They averaged 20 points a game each as Thule comes up with the basketball.
Yeah, Saranya did a great job of getting her hand on that shot.
Campbell, its largest lead of the night at 7. Here's Thule coming off a 20-point effort. She hasn't shot the ball yet tonight. Thule looks to change it, slipping it into McNamara Clement.
What a beautiful no-look pass by Thule that time.
Not just a shooter, she's a playmaker.
She says, I can thread that needle.
Thule quietly 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Her effort, it's more than just shooting this year for Shai Thule.
She's well-rounded, doing super job on the boards for Campbell. We saw that pass.
Oh, and Plunovich is fouled. And how about Shai Thule again, setting up her offense?
Yeah, this one's got to make the highlight tape. Love that no-look pass.
And Coach Watkins will watch every second of that tape tonight on ESPN+. You can watch a replay of this broadcast at ESPN.com. So here's Carly Plunovich, the right-hander. 16 points in her last game, a win over Winthrop. That's just her first point tonight.
Two gals you don't want to go to the free throw line, the Plunovich twins, that's for sure.
Big reason why they're the 2 top free throw shooters in the league. You know what's ironic, especially for twins? The difference in free throw shooting, just 1% between the sisters. They were also born just 1 minute apart. Carly, the elder statesman. Thule thought about a 3 and lays it up. Shot clock down to 10 as Nuremberg works it to McNamara Clement. Back to Nuremberg. Svenja out to Thule. The sophomore creates with 2, pops a jumper and nails it.
makes it look easy.
A tip of the
Makes it
cap
look easy.
for Ronnie Fisher's star sophomore. Campbell up 9, largest lead of the night. Bevis responds from the baseline.
Bevis really gets some valuable minutes and doing a good job for her team. Just a freshman.
Lauren Bevis last year averaged 30 points a game. She was homeschooled, but that was the highest point total in the entire state last year. Quite
Impressive.
a find for Alex Simmons.
Yeah, very impressive.
Nirenberg, a freshman herself, bounces it to McNamara Clement. Thule left open, and her first miss of the night, but Serrano is there.
What's rough out there?
Ooh, Thule thought about it. Now goes for a long two. Way off. That's deflected off Gardner-Webb, and Kozo the last to touch it.
Yeah, good break for Campbell that time. Kind of went off of her backside before she even had time to see it.
Kozo exits the ball game, the freshman from Ontario, Canada. And now back in, Gigi Caponegro, the redshirt junior in the post. So what has Campbell done in this quarter? Shoot 43%, extending a tie ball game up to a 7-point lead. How have they done it?
Well, I think it all started when Spate came off the bench, knocked those three-pointers in. They really got some fuel for the fire off that.
Oh, and Punovich trying to save it. Ball rolling down the line. That might be a 7-10 split if you're at Buffalo Lanes tonight. Instead, a turnover as Savannah tries to save it. That ball must have bounced, what, 20 feet down the line?
Absolutely it did.
I don't know how they glossed the wood here in Gore Arena, but that was a smooth roll. By the way, Gardner-Webb, their 4th turnover. Campbell has 7 tonight. Serrano slips to the lane. Ball knocked around, and it goes out to Carly Punovich. Carly, 21 points tonight. Today, she has just 2. Setting up Bevis, and she connects.
She's impressive. I mean, really impressive. Good three-point shooter. Only playing about 12 minutes a game and averaging 6 points.
Bevis, 40% from 3 here in conference play. That's a nice option for Alex Simmons off her bench.
Yeah, it was a big turnaround in a game to hit that 3 right before halftime.
Now Bevis has to guard Bolden. That's a tough matchup. Bolden throws it off the foot of a Gardner-Webb player, and it goes out to Bevis.
Cool.
Second foul there for Bolden, a little bit late. Not much of a reason there if you're Taya to contest that ball.
No, those are the ones that drive you crazy when you're coaching. It's those incidental fouls where you're just eager, going back after that ball. When you lose it, oh, just a little touch there.
That's 2 fouls now for Bolden. She has to go to the bench, especially as a coach. That's something Ronnie Fisher's going to be harping on here with 53 seconds left in the half.
Oh, yeah. Big turnaround for Gardner-Webb with that three-pointer by Bevis. And now she's back on the free throw line, making things happen for her team out there on the floor.
Lauren Bevis, a neat connection. She played AAU ball with Skylar Curran and Callie Shire out of High Point. Grew up in the High Point area. Very talented scorer at 30 points a game as a senior.
91% free throw shooter. Well, that was unusual for her to miss.
Now it's a 3-point difference. This is a 6-0 run for Gardner-Webb. How can Campbell close out the half?
Big possession for Campbell, trying to gain some more momentum back going into the locker room.
Nirenberg goes to the basket, all the way to the hole, and that's an offensive foul. Guess who's on the floor? It's little Bevis at 5'5".
I tell you, she made some key plays for Gardner-Webb. Look at her get across the floor.
Oh, how about that right foot?
Pretty set, but it looked like her right foot was touching the arc, didn't it?
That's something that Ronnie Fisher will not want to see tonight. That was Kyle Pickett with the call. Always tough and full speed, but nice look by our crew on the replay.
You know, it's tough sometimes going back watching it and seeing what really transpired. Can you imagine in the heat of the moment how tough it is?
Gardner-Webb on a 6-0 run in these last 2 minutes. Now can tie it with a 3. Carly setting herself up.
Yep, the runner up through the
Here's the 3 for the tie. Off the front rim. Barber gets the rebound. 8 seconds to work. Barber doubled. Sneaks through it. Throws it out to Thule. A dagger 3 is strong. Staves will not get it off in time. And that ends the first half. Campbell holding on to a 3-point lead as we head to break. The Geico halftime report next on ESPN+. Welcome back to the Geico halftime report here inside Gore Arena tonight on the ESPN Plus. It's Campbell up 3 here through 20 minutes of action, 25-22. The Fighting Camels are undefeated at home and 7-1 when leading at halftime. Good scoring half so far alongside the Hall of Fame coach, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich with you. This is a Gardner-Webb team coming off a fantastic offensive performance, 11 made threes. Tonight they've struggled to shoot, just 2 of 9 from downtown. What has Campbell done to slow down this Gardner-Webb club?
Well, you know, I think what Campbell did was they countered off their bench when they brought Spade into the basketball game, turned the whole game around with her 3 3-pointers. You know, that's 9 points. That's huge in this game. Gardner-Webb's done a good job staying in the game, keeping the game close by forcing turnovers by Campbell as well.
Campbell plus 13 with the bench, but Gardner-Webb, what a great job. They had 6 steals in that first half, really kept them in it, led by Alexis Houston with 9 points. When we come back, more from the Geico halftime report. It's Campbell up 3 through 20 minutes of play, and we'll have more after this on ESPN Plus. A reminder, fans, you can save more with Geico today by visiting BigSouthSports.com/Geico, a proud insurance partner of the Big South Conference. Campbell up 3 at the break. Here's your first half highlights. It was a physical game, and Campbell dominated the post in that first half.
Yeah, we saw a good move there by Bolden. Nuremberg playing good defense that time on Houston. Here we see the good double team by Gardner-Webb, the run and jump defense, which paid off for them.
Houston, a quiet but very effective 9 points in the first half. Kept Gardner-Webb in it. Even in transition, Houston was so electric.
Showing very good versatility, facing up, scoring, getting down the floor. That was another pretty move by Staves that time. Good body control. Carver off the bench for Campbell. Their bench really producing.
And Savannah Plunovich heated up for 3. One of 3 3-pointers for Gardner-Webb in the first half, but Campbell came right back, and boy, it was a nice showing from Kiana Spade.
It really was. She wasted no time coming in for Campbell, knocking in 1, 2, and 3 3-point shots for Campbell with a 9-point turnaround.
Most points for Spade in 3 weeks, and there's Saranya with a block defensively. Thule, maybe the best find of the night.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. Oh, goodness.
I was looking left. I didn't see it. McNamara Clement did at least. And then Thule got her offense going. The Camels' leading scorer on the season has just 4 points. And then be careful, Lauren Bevis came alive with his triple.
You know, I thought Bevis did what Spate did for Campbell. She just did a super job towards the end of the half, turning it around for Gardner-Webb.
Call your friends at home. We got a big game. Glad you're watching here on ESPN Plus. More from the Geico Halftime Report right after this on ESPN Plus. Welcome back inside Gore Arena. A reminder, Marriott is the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference. For the best rates, book with Marriott today by visiting BigSouthSports.com/Marriott and see what you can save. So far in the first half, neither team has shot the ball particularly well from three-point range, but Campbell +9 in the rebounding department. Although turnover is a big story, Campbell 9 mishaps in the first half. That Gardner-Webb defense, they forced 3 turnovers in the final 3 minutes of the half. And Coach, that's what really got Gardner-Webb back in this game. Turnovers and then hitting three-point shots.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, 9 turnovers, that's, and I really thought Bevins did a super job in the last 2 minutes right before halftime to pull her team back closer.
Campbell went the final 2:38 without scoring in that first half. What makes this game so important is 3 teams right now tied for first in the Big South Conference. And as we hit the quarterway point, Asheville, Campbell, and Hampton all playing tonight, all at 3-1. And Campbell's going to go to Hampton this weekend. That's a big matchup. Campbell already played UNC Asheville this year. And don't sleep on teams like Longwood and Winthrop ready to climb up the standings themselves.
I tell you, anything can happen. And there is a lot of time left in this league. It's just very early on. But this parity and this closeness in the standings gives every team an opportunity to understand the importance of playing night in and night out. Every game is important in this conference race.
Here we are 2 weeks into the season. And Campbell off to their best conference start in 3 years. Big score right now at halftime. Hampton at home, a 6-point lead over Radford. If Hampton holds on, they'll move to 4-1. Campbell with a win tonight would go to 4-1. And that would make for a fantastic matchup on Saturday in Virginia.
Yeah, it really would. You know, Hampton playing Radford tonight, then turning around Campbell, you know, having to play Campbell. It's just, it's interesting, it's fun, it makes it exciting when you have this kind of parity, but it keeps everyone on their toes.
Fun matchup so far. It's Campbell 25, Gardner-Webb 22 here at halftime. When we come back, half number 2 in Gore Arena. The band is tooting their horn, and the Camels are hoping to come out of here with a hump day win tonight.
Hard work, a love for the game, is mandatory down here. Sacrifice, a desire to be great, lives down here.
Perez open 3, yes!
Excellence, the will to compete, persists down here.
For the win!
This is the Big South, where winners are made.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Ooh. Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. Man, I got the flag. I got your flag, man. I got your flag.
It's Geico Easy. With licensed agents available 24/7.
49-0.
One boy.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bon voy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
This Big South Conference broadcast is brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com today. Marriott, the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference. And Sunbelt Rentals. We have equipment for that.
Hey fans, this March, the 2020 Big South Women's Basketball Tournament could be held right here in Gore Arena. The tournament begins on March 10th with first-round games, the quarters and semis of the top 2 seeds on March 12th and the 13th, with the highest remaining seed hosting the championship game on March 15th. Visit BigSouthSports.com for the official bracket and how to watch your team compete for the title. Campbell up 3 at the break. Eva Budrovich and Coach Wanda Watkins with you. Wanda, who would be your top 2 teams? Who do you think is going to come out on top to close out the regular season?
Well, you know, it's early. It's early. It's hard to tell, but you'd have to kind of. I mean, I sort of feel like Campbell and UNC Asheville are going to be in a big running for it. I could be wrong. You know, it could turn upside down between now and March, and that's the beauty of it all, and the closeness and the parity in the conference.
This Campbell squad at 3-1. To start league play. They're coming off a fantastic year of 23 wins. Another top 25 defense. They're as high as 12th right now in the league. It seems like that Ronnie Fisher DNA is really resonating here in year 4 of the program.
Yeah, they're just day in and day out, year in and year out, they get it done defensively. A great trademark for Coach Fisher. He's a great teacher of the game, and it really pays off for the Campbell.
And for Alex Simmons, in her second year, this team, they were picked 5th in the preseason, their highest ever preseason ranking, or in the last 5 years, I should say, but a team that has really stepped up when they needed to. And now at 2-2, this is a huge second half for their program with 4 of the next 5 coming up at home.
Well, you know, I'm impressed with Gardner-Webb. I'm impressed with their defense that they've exhibited tonight, the number of possessions that they're creating, extra possessions that they create for themselves off of the defense.
Here we go, half number 2. Campbell did not score in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. Looking to get their offense going here out of the halftime break as Taya Bolden spins in the lane, wants a foul. Great defense by Caponegro. Carly Plenovich pushing to the lane, off the window, and back within one.
We've got ourselves a ball game.
Carly Plenovich quiet in half number one with 2 points. She matches it in the snap of a finger.
Watch the pressure.
Alexis Houston led all scorers with 9 points in the first half. Campbell had 9 from Spate. She's on the bench to begin half number 2. Now Thule doubled in the corner. Bolden sneaks away, throws it out to Serrano. Triple on the way. And the three-point shots are not falling. Nuremberg with the rebound.
Good get by Nuremberg. She made some really gutsy plays in that Longwood game as well.
Svenja had a season high 8 points in that win. Now it's Barber with 7 on the clock. Barber sprints into the key. Tough floater on the way. And Plenovich comes up with it. Savannah playing with that bandage. She got cut and was bleeding in the first half. Back and ready to go here in half number 2. The left-handed point guard for Gardner-Webb gets it to Williams. She is stripped, but a foul on Shai Thule. And Jessica Williams attacking the basket.
Quick, athletic. You know, she's a good, tremendous leaper. And she gets just a little bit ahead of Thule there. She's going after the ball, but I think she got a little bit of her arm at the same time.
Ashland Hampton enters for Taya Bolden here a minute and a half in. And Jessica Williams, a 68% shooter to the line. We were talking with Coach Simmons coming in and saying, you have 4 shooters over 80%. What's it like coaching this team? And she was telling us how much she loves working with these guys from the free throw line.
Yeah, it sounds like it's something that they really stress. Obviously, you don't shoot that well. Some of those gals do. You don't shoot a lot of free throws. Gardner-Webb extending their defense again. Here's the jump.
Gardner-Webb with a 10-0 run between the second and third quarter. Campbell needs a basket to open up this second half.
You know, one thing that pressure's doing is it's taking about 15 seconds off that shot clock every time that Campbell comes down the floor. They have about...
Oh, and Barber gives
nice
Campbell the lead.
They have about 15 seconds to get that shot off as opposed to 30. Barber doing a good job that time, taking advantage.
That breaks the 10-0 run. Now can Campbell lock down defensively against Houston. Alexis sizing up Nuremberg. And we have a foul on Svenja.
I think you can lay that hand on, but it's got to be a hot stove touch. You've got to take it off. You can't just leave it on there when they face that basket.
Nuremberg with a third foul, yet stays in for the moment. What an opportunity for Houston. Misses the jumper. And Svenja there with the rebound. Serrano now wanting baskets on back-to-back possessions. An offense that's third in the league in scoring. Right now shooting 36%.
Got a switch there.
Thule from the wing, lets it fly. And Shai Thule today just 1 of 5, but Campbell gets the rebound in Hampton.
Another offensive rebound for Campbell.
Shot clock now down to 10. Barber cuts in between the pressure. And an offensive foul. That's Carly Plenovich drawing the charge.
Campbell's got to really look ahead of time. You can see here, they're set. Gardner-Webb gets set, gets early. Campbell's got to stop and pop without continuing their momentum forward.
So Gardner-Webb, they have really exploded since the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. A 10-2 run, now out in front for a quick blip before Barber responds. Houston gets some space on Thule, right to the bucket, and a blocking foul against Ashland Hampton.
Ooh, she's quick, very quick.
Alexis Houston scored a career-high 19 points in the Runnin' Bulldogs Big South opener because of plays like this.
Watch that quick first step. Steps right through the helping defense that time.
Speaking of Gardner-Webb's free throw shooting, second in the league from the line. And it's players like Houston who can attack the glass, making this team so dangerous.
Houston an 81 or 82% free throw shooter herself.
That's 4th best in the Big South. Gardner-Webb has 3 of the top 4 free throw shooters. Let's not forget Alex Simmons, as a player at Tennessee, was 88% from the line.
Yeah.
So it runs in those veins down in Boiling Springs.
Like coach, like player, huh?
Here with the Campbell assist leader all time, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich, high school freshman standout. Glad you caught on my joke there, Coach.
I'm sorry, Evan. I'm a little
Staves
slow tonight.
going to the rim, and that's a jump ball. Caponegro reaches in. Our 7th tie-up of the night. We knew this was going to be a physical matchup, and Caponegro denies Staves.
Here we go. Yep, got our hands on that ball.
Here's Williams from the corner, rolls out. Serrano the rebound.
Watch out for Spate down in that left corner.
Barber has the only 2 points for Campbell in this 3rd quarter. Gardner-Webb back in front. Serrano gets some space, hesitates, and was off balance with that shot. Kind of thought about it a little too long.
Yep, a little indecisive.
Klanovich with the left. Gardner-Webb up 3.
Gardner-Webb's impressive getting up and down the floor.
A 16-2 run for the Runnin' Bulldogs. This is a Gardner-Webb team that's just 2-5 on the road, but they're playing tough tonight in Bowie's Creek.
Campbell getting set here, running something set.
Spade has 9 points tonight. Wants double figures, and there you go.
Hey, just like that.
Timeout called by Ronnie Fisher. We'll take the media timeout. Spade and the Camels have tied it at 30 here on ESPN+.
Hard work, a love for the game, is mandatory down here. Sacrifice, a desire to be great, lives down here.
Perez open 3, yes!
Excellence, the will to compete, persists down here.
It's for the win!
This is the Big South, where winners are made.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Ooh. Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. Man, I got the flag. I got your flag, man. I got your flag.
It's Geico Easy, with licensed agents available 24/7.
49-0.
One boy.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bon voy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
This Big South Conference broadcast is brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com today. Marriott, the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference. And Sunbelt Rentals. We have equipment for that.
Kiana Spade, 12 points off the bench and tying this game up at 30.
Campbell wasted no time moving that ball to her in the corner, knocking that shot in. Tremendous lift she's given her team off the bench this game.
Most points for Kiana Spade since all the way back on November 23rd. The grad transfer from Davidson has been lighting it up. This coming in, shooting just 12% for 3. A little home cooking never hurt Kiana Spade.
Yeah. 4 for 5. I mean, she shot it so well, I don't even remember the one she missed.
So Spade back in there in a tie game. It's been all Campbell in that first half, led by as many as 9. Now Gardner-Webb with a slim 3-point lead, knotted up in a brief instant.
Campbell showing a little full court pressure now of their own.
Kiari Kane, the backup point guard, bringing it up the floor. The freshman's guarded by Luana Saranya. Now Pointer, good shot fake. Kane down to 10 on the clock. Plunovich forced to chuck it up. And a loose scrum is last touched by Gardner-Webb. Carly Plunovich just 1 of 6 shooting tonight. The leading scorer in this league has really struggled.
Yeah. Good hustle by Nuremberg that time to keep that alive for Campbell.
We mentioned rebounding, so important coming in. Campbell is plus 12. They've out-rebounded opponents by 15 a game in the conference. Hampton in the block. Gets it out to Saranya. Wide open look. Barber chucks up a miss. Three's just not falling for Campbell tonight. Spade has 4. Nobody else has hit a 3.
Yeah, Barber can hit that.
This is Kane out to Williams. The versatility of this Gardner-Webb roster, it's probably the best it's been in 5 years.
Sounds like a lot of interchangeable pieces by their coach. Moving players around is an option for her.
Last time Gardner-Webb had this much talent, if you will, they won 19 games and made the WBI under Coach Rick Reeves 5 years ago. Spate with just her 2nd miss. Hampton the rebound.
That's another offensive rebound for Campbell. That's 3 if I remember correctly.
Even when Spate's missing, her teammates helping out. 10 seconds for Saranya. Backs it up on the switch with Caponegro.
Hampton working hard in the paint.
There's Hampton. Shot fake. Gets it to go.
She's been working hard in the paint. Good to see her team deliver the basketball that time.
5-0 run for Campbell. And Gardner-Webb, a 2-minute scoring drought. Plunovich off the catch.
It's a game of spurts tonight.
Carly drives baseline. Tough look with the left.
Wow, right in midair, changing up.
The leading scorer in the Big South. She's up to 6 points and we're tied. Great scorers just find a way to contribute even when they're not putting up the biggest of numbers. Now can Nuremberg answer? Here's Saranya with 8 on the clock. Zips into the lane, up with the right hand, and she's stripped. That is last touch by Gardner-Webb. And we have immediate timeout on the floor. Final 3 minutes coming up when we return. All tied at 32. You're watching Big South basketball on ESPN Plus. Fans on the edge of their seats late in the third quarter. All tied at 32. 6 ties, 12 lead changes. This is a heavyweight fight in the Big South tonight. We're glad to have you with us inside Gore Arena. Alongside the coach, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich with you. And tonight, we talked about rebounding, so important. Campbell, the best defensive rebounding team. They're plus 13 on the boards. How have they limited Gardner-Webb, the best offensive rebounding team in the league?
Well, you know, obviously Gardner-Webb has 2 offensive rebounds. Campbell is controlling the defensive boards. And then Campbell's gotten 10 opportunities for second chance points. It's big in the game right now.
Campbell tonight led by 5 rebounds from Shai Tooley. Nuremberg slips it out to Barber. Long 2 on the way. And with little time on the clock, Houston with the rebound. And
I'm sorry, Evan, but you know, we say rebounding's been big, but hey, not nearly as big as it's going to be in the last quarter, in the last 2.5 minutes of this one.
Here's Lauren Bevis, a boost off the bench, 5 points in the first half. Nuremberg with the kickball, or Saranya with the kickball.
Little Bevis is a spark plug for her team.
Bevis was pumping her fist. 2 of 3 from the field in 9 minutes in that first half. And now she inbounds it, trying to give Gardner-Webb the lead. Nuremberg deflects the pass, but Houston gets a shot off. Bolden skies in for the rebound. Bolden last year when these teams met, double-doubles in both games. Today just 3 rebounds because of the 2 fouls she picked up early.
Yeah.
Look at Bolden fighting for space in the post. Got to reward the big, right, Coach?
Absolutely. I mean, Campbell spread out. There's a lot of room to deliver the ball inside right now.
Shot clock down to 5. Barber out to Serrano for the lead. And there you have it.
Hey, good shot by the sophomore.
Just the second 3 of the quarter for Campbell.
Ooh.
Now Bevis gets right to the hole and a strong finish. The screen might have been even better by Caponegro to clear space.
Yeah, it was a good screen, and Campbell's got to do a good job of talking to their teammates on that.
That's our 7th tie of this game. Barber to extend the lead. Caponegro with a strong rebound. Gigi led Gardner-Webb with 13 points in this building last year.
Ooh.
Throwing it ahead to Houston, missing the shot, gets a second look, her own rebound, and the third chance is in.
Whew. 3 for a quarter.
What an effort on the boards. Alexis Houston, double figures in scoring. And now in the final minute, Gardner-Webb back in front.
You know, we talked about the second chance points. Houston coming up big for a team that time.
Sometimes that's just a want and a can-do attitude as Nuremberg lays up a 3 short. Planovich with the rebound. Carly Planovich wants to push. 14-second difference late in this third quarter. Gardner-Webb has outscored Campbell by 4 here in the third to take the lead, but a turnover. Miscommunication with Houston results in the 6th turnover for the Runnin' Bulldogs. Now Tatiana Carver and Shai Tooley come in for Campbell. Just a 1-second difference late in this third.
Campbell, I'm sure, going to take their time, look for a good shot this possession.
Campbell shooting 30% in this quarter. Gardner-Webb, meanwhile, nearly 50%. Big reason why the Runnin' Bulldogs are in front.
Well, with Spade and Tooley both set up on the bottom.
Bolden feeds Spade. Red hot in the third, but misses this time. 8 seconds, and Campbell could hold for the final shot. Spade all on her own. Spade off to Bolden. Bolden way short. That shot doesn't count, but a nice effort. We go to the fourth quarter. Gardner-Webb holding on to a 1-point lead, looking for a big road win tonight, and it comes up the 4th next on ESPN+. Alexis Houston's been putting on a show. 13 points, 4 rebounds, almost all of them on that possession, and Gardner-Webb now up 1 to start the fourth.
Great extra effort that time by Houston, who's been very active in all phases of the game tonight.
Gardner-Webb, a Big South history. They won the title in 2011, trying to get back to that upper echelon, picked 5th this year, and Houston a huge part of that tonight. She did not score in 2 innings against Campbell. She now leads all players with 13 points tonight.
Yeah, she has really upped her ante on her game, worked hard. It's really paying off for her.
Brittany Stave starts the fourth, wrestling it away from Caponegro. And in a game with 13 lead changes, Campbell looks to jump in front to start the fourth. Spate, so dangerous today, 12 points for Campbell. Lays it off for Tooley. Tooley under 10, fades away. Bolden high in the sky for the rebound, and it's Bevis drawing the jump ball.
Little Bevis again, all over the place.
That freshman is a thorn in Campbell's side today. The High Point native right here.
Yep, hanging on, finding that ball.
Maybe a quick whistle there?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe. I learned a long time ago, officials are always right.
Planovich into the body of Bolden, and the official calls a charge that time. That's the second foul on Carly Planovich.
Here we see Bolden move across, get in position, straight up and down.
Taya Bolden leads Campbell in charges drawn. Ronnie Fisher adds those to his extra stats he keeps in every game. And it's effort plays like that that keeps Bolden on the floor.
Absolutely. It's the name of the game.
Because we talked earlier this season about the secret chart or the truth chart. And it has to be plays like that as a coach that make you want to give minutes to a player like Bolden.
Well, and it's plays like that that help turn around ball games, win ball games, and make a difference in basketball games.
Campbell down 1 as Barber looks to give the lead to Campbell. Caponegro recovers the loose ball. Gardner-Webb has held Campbell now in this second half to just 10 points. Who would have thought the team with the best offense might be playing the best defense tonight, as Savannah Planovich extends the lead. 7 points for the left-hander out of Clearwater, Florida. The sisters have combined for 13 tonight. Outside of Kiana Spate, where's Campbell going to get its offense from tonight?
Yeah, maybe inside.
Bolden sizing up Houston. Goes to her right and rolls it in.
Yeah, they've created enough distance out on the perimeter where there's some space to get the ball inside. They're taking advantage of that now with Bolden.
8 minutes to play in a game with 13 lead changes. Houston to give Gardner-Webb a 4-point lead. Bevis the rebound. Amongst the trees she goes up. Offensive rebound, Caponegro no. And Bolden cleans it.
Wow. 2 offensive rebounds for Gardner-Webb that time. Good break for Campbell.
The best offensive rebounding team in the league, Gardner-Webb. Working hard on the boards here in the fourth. Bolden up top to Barber. Big possession for Campbell, down 1.
Some interior touches could free up some three-point shooters as well.
Serrano has it stripped loose. That's Savannah Planovich, the steal. Planovich in the post to Bolden, who says thank you very much. Easiest steal of her life.
Yeah.
The pace is frantic here in the fourth. A battle to move into the top 4 in the conference tonight. Every team has a loss in this league. There is no easy game, and we're seeing it on full display in this one. Haley Barber between a double finds Bolden. Taya with the shot fake, right to the rim. Gets her own rebound, but can't save it. And out of bounds off Campbell. How about the effort of Taya Bolden, exhausted in these final 6:47?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of effort was that? I mean, just all over it. Just could not quite get a grasp on it.
Taya Bolden, a
Great
hard
hustle.
15 minutes tonight for Ronnie Fisher.
Great hustle by Bolden.
Coming off a near double-double as the fourth-year head coach wants to move to 6-1 against Gardner-Webb during his tenure at Campbell. The Running Bulldogs have other plans. Caponegro from 10 feet, barely got the net. Both teams have gone cold in the last 2 minutes. Spate to the baseline. Pass deflected by Williams, and it stays on this end of the floor.
Good job that time by Williams, really backing down, coming across to get her hands on that pass on the backside of the paint.
This is a 2-minute scoring drought for both teams. Svenja Nuremberg now enters for Campbell. It's been the Kiana Spate show. 12 points for CU off the bench.
Here comes the flex cut.
Oddly enough, no other player with more than 4. Hampton, number 4, off the glass hard and strong. Here comes Carly Plenovich. Alex Simmons directing traffic from her bench, the second-year head coach. Carly goes away from the screen, leaving it off for Houston. Houston to the rim. Great defense by Nuremberg, and there's Hampton to scoop it up.
Look out.
Out in front to Spate. Nuremberg, shot fake. Whoa, odd pass to Barber, and an offensive foul. It's Bevis again to draw the charge.
What a little spark plug she is. You know, one thing, and you'll see it here, Gardner-Webb does a good job of getting into position, coming across, and getting their feet planted.
I'm a little surprised they're on the pass by Nuremberg.
Yeah.
An odd play, and it results in a turnover. Also her 4th foul.
There's the cross screen.
Houston playing on those 4 fouls of Nuremberg. Sets up Williams from the corner, and she hits.
She can hit it. Give her a little time in there. She can nail that.
Gardner-Webb, its largest lead of the game. Just over 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Campbell needs an answer. They haven't scored in 3 minutes. Up to Spate. She's got 12 tonight to lead Campbell. Spade on the back door, finds Barber, and a timeout called by Ronnie Fisher. Campbell within 2, looking to come back in these final 5 minutes. We'll have it for you after this on ESPN+. Time for our 4th precision play of the game. It's the eyes of Shai Tooley setting up Laura McNamara.
Oh, you gotta love that. Check it out. That's
breaking out of her shell. The quietest girl on the team with the biggest pass of the night.
The definition of no-look pass. Shy Tooley making it right there.
So Campbell back within 2. Shy Tooley tonight coming off a 20-point game. Only has 2 points, but it's 7 rebounds and assists just like that. Allowing Campbell to hang around here at home, trying to move to an impressive 7-0 in Gore Arena. Gardner-Webb, meanwhile, they've lost 5 of 6 against Campbell, but they have the confidence of last year's win in this building, and you're seeing it tonight, led by the Planovich twins.
Oh, yeah. They carry themselves with so much poise and confidence.
And Bevis might be even bigger as she goes off the window. Houston the rebound, and Gardner-Webb wisely resets.
Another offensive rebound there for Gardner-Webb.
The best offensive rebounding team in the league. They have 6 tonight. Savannah slips one out to Williams. Jessica, a tough angle, and she draws the foul. Ronnie Fisher can't believe it. And 2 free throws on the foul by Kiana Spade.
A little bit late that time on the call. Made it a little bit difficult. Yeah.
So Jessica Williams, a 70% free throw shooter.
What an athlete she is. Sophomore, another really promising player for Gardner-Webb.
Gardner-Webb on the road last year. They went 5-4, but lost 3 games in overtime on the road. And with a miss there, Campbell is still within 3 points. This is the type of game, when you look at the standings down the stretch, could be pivotal to how these teams finish.
Oh, absolutely, in every sense of the word. Every game is so important.
Hampton hard to the hole, count the basket, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Hey, the old-fashioned way. Campbell says, we'll take it however we can get that 3-point play, but we'll take a look here. It looks like she might have got position, but in the arc. Can't tell. It's a little bit difficult to tell by that shot, but.
So they count the basket. It's a 1-point game. And Hampton with 6 points tonight and 6 rebounds. A chance to tie it right here. Well, both teams have missed free throws. Here we go, final 4 minutes. Gardner-Webb on the road, looking to move to 3-2 in the league. Jessica Williams running the point here in the 4th quarter. Williams blows by Spate, off the window, no good. There's Tooley to collect. Out in front to her senior Barber. And now Campbell, the best defensive team in the league, will have to win this game on offense. Barber trapped, off to Saranya, who bobbled, and the shot clock's under 10. Lou out to Tooley for the lead. Rebound Barber, and it's a foul on Haley over the top. Gardner-Webb basketball. Barber with her 3rd personal, and now 13 foul for Campbell.
Here's the shot. It's a little hard to tell who had position on who that time.
This 4th quarter, Gardner-Webb 1 for their last 8.
Big possession for Gardner-Webb here.
Williams out in the corner, gets into the key. Houston with a shot fake, misses the layup, and Hampton a big defensive rebound.
Wow, another great break for Campbell that time.
A tight 4th quarter in a game with 13 lead changes. Under 3 minutes to go, Barber's trapped. Serrano escapes the pressure. Lou to the baseline, zips it to Spade for the lead. Oh, an air ball. Hampton the rebound. The shot clock did not reset. Down to 2. Barber nails the jumper.
Hey, you gotta love a kid like Barber. Hey, she's been taking that shot and hadn't been going. She can nail it when she has to.
Haley Barber gives Campbell the lead, and we have a foul on the floor. Houston driving in. And now the 4th team foul. It's Serrano picking up the foul.
Looks like that foul is going to be on the floor. Not on the shot, but on the floor. Wow.
That's a benefit for Campbell. That might have been on the shot. Planovich lets it fly. Rebound tipped all over the place, and it goes to Savannah Planovich. We talked about rebounding coming in. Campbell +9, but Gardner-Webb has dominated the boards here in the second half.
Yeah, they've come up with some key opportunities to get second chance shots.
Shot clock down to 6. Savannah wants Houston on the mismatch. Tough jumper off the window.
Wow, did she bank that from the corner?
Gardner-Webb back up 1, 2 minutes to play here in Gore Arena.
Watch these benches, boy. You can tell they want it. They want it.
They split the series last year, and the intensity has been notched up to level 10. Barber draws a reach-in foul on Carly Plenovich, third team foul for Gardner-Webb. And now in this game, can Gardner-Webb's defense that comes in giving up 66 a night clamp down in these final 2 minutes?
Time will tell, Evan. Time will tell, but it's showtime now.
Campbell, when leading at halftime, they're 7-1. Right now, though, trailing by 1 in the final 2 minutes. Hampton wants it in the post. Spate instead kicks to Tooley for the lead. Another second half miss for Tooley. She's 1 of 8.
Good look, good call by Campbell.
That's the type of look Campbell wants from three-point land. But tonight, they're just 5 of 23. Now Gardner-Webb a chance for a dagger. And an offensive foul on the screen. That's Houston committing the illegal pick. 13 foul on Alexis Houston. And all of a sudden, Coach, each team with 4 fouls, so the bonus coming up next.
There's a pick. Yeah, it looked like it may be just a little bit late getting there.
So Campbell's had 3 straight possessions to take the lead, unable to score. Now can Serrano dial up a go-ahead bucket?
Yep.
And Hampton is fouled by Houston. Going to the free throw line. And the junior has a chance to give Campbell the lead. We talked early in that first quarter about foul trouble. And now free throws are just as important.
Yep.
Campbell today just 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. And Hampton ties it at 44. It's been a low-scoring game, which Ronnie Fisher may like, but it may be the most stressful game Campbell has seen all season.
Yeah. It's definitely been close the entire game.
Campbell back up 1, the 16th lead change of the night. 62 seconds left.
Hey, talk about big possessions. This is going to be another big possession for Gardner-Webb here.
What can the Plenovich twins line up? Tonight they've combined for 13 points. Need a big basket here in the 4th. Carly looking for Savannah. Gets past Serrano. Misses the jumper for the lead. And it's last touched by Barber. Shot clock does reset to 30. They'll move it back down to 20 here.
Yep.
And Gardner-Webb calls a timeout. Chance to talk it over for Alex Simmons. So the Runnin' Bulldogs, they have started with 3 games on the road to open up conference. This is a crucial road game tonight because coming up, the Runnin' Bulldogs have 4 of the next 5 at home. A win here could propel an excellent run in conference.
Yeah. A win for either team could create great momentum, you know, and that's the beauty of a game like this. Winning a close game like this carries so much momentum into your next game.
For the Campbell Camels, they want to continue this home dominance, but coming up, it's almost a jigsaw puzzle. Back at home on the road, that game against Hampton is huge. The Pirates are 4-1 in the league, and Campbell will love to be 4-1 as well with a win tonight.
Yeah, it's close. It's very close, Evan.
These teams will meet again on March 7th, the final game of the conference season. This may be the best game of the conference we've seen so far, and we thank you for joining us on ESPN+. Ronnie Fisher, like a kid in the play yard, drawing up a defensive assignment here. What must Gardner-Webb do, meanwhile, offensively, to jump ahead?
I'm sure Gardner-Webb's really got, you know, their last 3 or 4 possessions, they've gotten great shots. 1, 2, 3-foot shots that just have not gone. I'm sure they're going to hope to get another shot like that created.
Gardner-Webb here in the 4th, 23% from the field. And now it's in the hands of the leading scorer in the league, Carly Plenovich. Houston on the switch. Good look. Hits around the rim, bounces out, and Barber with the rebound. She is fouled. And boy, in a game of inches, Gardner-Webb could not get the friendly bounce in the key.
Yeah. Barber be going to the free throw line now. Good free throw shooter for Campbell. We talked a lot about free throws in this game, and down the stretch, whew, they're going to be crucial.
So as Ronnie Fisher chats with his club, Haley Barber, the senior, playing against her high school teammate in Morgan Pointer on the Gardner-Webb bench, looks to extend this lead. How about the pressure? Campbell's missed their last 2 free throws.
Yeah.
They need a big one here for Barber with 35 seconds left. 2-point game. And a timeout for Alex Simmons. Gardner-Webb calls the timeout. They have a couple to work with, 2 timeouts. They advance the basketball.
Yeah.
Is there a need for a rush with that 5-second difference on the shot clock?
No, I think just a critical thing now is they can go ahead and advance the basketball, get it into their front court area. Now they've got that whole possession to take their time and work to get good shots. You know, and again, I commend them. They've gotten pretty good shots. Campbell's done a good job of late limiting some of those shots, whereas early on Gardner-Webb was getting those second shot opportunities. Now Campbell's doing a good job on the defensive boards.
Campbell and Gardner-Webb, a great series all time. Campbell's won 5 of the last 6. But remember, Gardner-Webb has never won 2 in a row in this building. A chance to do it tonight with the basketball and 35 seconds to play.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. You're on the edge of your seat. Everybody's in here is on the edge of their seat. We'll see what happens.
Ronnie Fisher trying to move to 4-1 in the league for the second time in 4 years. It's up to Carly Punovich. Gets past Barber. Tough look for 2, no good. Barber right in for the rebound. And the senior demanding the basketball late in the game.
Yep, going back to the free throw line again.
I bet Barber won't miss 1 or 2 this time. The senior, a 75% free throw shooter.
She's pretty clutch. She does the things that are so important for her ball club. That's why she's out there on the floor. She makes the little things happen, and she makes everybody around her a better player.
Barber, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. And makes it a 3-point game. The senior, second leading scorer for Campbell. Misses the second, and now Gardner-Webb can call a timeout, advance the ball, and tie it with a 3. Who would have thought the best offensive team and the best defensive team in the league, it would come down to free throws in a race to 47 tonight?
I tell you, it's been a great game to watch, been a great game to work with. And I'm sure nobody's leaving this gym early tonight, are
So
they?
Gardner-Webb has had 3 straight possessions with quality looks at the basket. Is it as simple as getting the ball in the bucket? What must be different for Gardner-Webb this time around?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, they're getting some pretty good shots. They've just got to knock it in. You got to give Campbell a little credit on that for their defensive effort, making it hard for them, living up to that defense that they're known for. And that defense is really going to be important this last 27 seconds.
Campbell has given up just 47 points per game in the league. How fitting. They're playing defense at 47 here in the 4th. Houston to throw it in. Triggers it up to Savannah Punovich, and here we go. Gardner-Webb can hold for the final shot. Punovich for the tie. That rattles out. Loose ball goes to Carly. Time to hold for the last shot. Carly Punovich to tie it up. Off the rim, and it's out.
Oh.
Barber the rebound, and she's fouled. Haley Barber, her hardest rebound of the night. It's her 6th, and she goes to the free throw line up 3.
Well, we said it last time. We say it again. Whew, some more really big free throws.
It's the little plays like this that'll help Campbell win.
1 bounce, 2 bounces. Big rebound.
Haley Barber, 8 points tonight. And with this free throw, might have just put this game out of reach.
That was a big one.
Campbell at the line tonight, just 7 of 12. And Barber goes 1 of 2. Timeout Gardner-Webb, their final timeout. So don't call this game over just yet. 48-44 the score.
Yeah. They're going to advance the ball one more time.
And now Ronnie Fisher a chance to drop a defensive play trying to slow down the best scoring team in the league in Gardner-Webb, who hit 11 three-pointers in their home win over Winthrop. Tonight, just 3 of 15 and some pretty good looks late in this game.
Going to be talking a lot about, hey, don't foul the shooter. Whatever you do, don't foul the shooter.
Campbell looking to improve to 7-0 at home this season. That'd be their best home start since 2011, when Kira Gaines and company won 20 games that year under your guidance here in Gore Arena. Alex Simmons looks for a second straight win. It has been a battle. 16 lead changes tonight, and now points quickly needed. Savannah jacks up a 3, no foul. The ball rolling in the corner. Carly launches a 3, and the Campbell defense shuts down the highest scoring team in the Big South. The Fighting Camels move to 4-1 in Big South play with an impressive win here at home.
Yeah, it really was. Great win for Campbell. You know, tough break for Gardner-Webb. They really played hard. It was a great basketball game. And down the stretch, free throws came up big for Campbell. Getting to the free throw line came up big for them.
Campbell held Gardner-Webb scoreless over the final 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Exhibit A right here in the closing seconds. Barber crashing in for the rebound.
Yeah, those are the rebounds that are critical. Barber coming up with quite a few down the stretch.
For the head coach, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich signing off from Bowie's Creek. Campbell moves to 4-1 in conference play with a defensive win, 48-44 tonight. This is a presentation of ESPN. Head to ESPN.com to watch the archives of this matchup on ESPN+. Signing off from Bowie's Creek, Campbell a 4-point winner.